Yo, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, in today's video, I'm going to go over why your SMMA agency, AI agency, whatever you want to call it, is stuck under 10K a month and why you haven't been able to break that barrier. And I know, just like myself, a lot of guys and girls potentially watching this are maybe starting to think, like, is it even possible? Is this even a possibility to scale past it? And one thing I'll tell you, not to demotivate you, but 10K is nothing. Like frankly, when you get to that point of scaling past 10K and you kind of just hit that like one benchmark, like it's not like people make it seem. Like people make it seem, oh, your life completely changes or this happened. It honestly doesn't. Like more money, more problems. Like that's just literally what happens. You get more problems, bigger things to fix and issues and this and that. And I don't think you're ever truly going to be like free from that end, but it is definitely a lot better than being stuck, right? So in today's video, I'm gonna go exactly like what is the immediate actions step by step to go from 0 to 10K and then scale after that. Now, I personally can't talk about people scaling from 20 to 50 to 50 to 100K because I'm not there yet. I will get there. So when that happens, I will definitely make an update video. But if you're stuck and you're like specifically stuck between 1 to 3K, like you're signing one client and then you're losing it, and then signing another one and you're not, and you keep losing that and this and that, you are in the foundation stage, right? So phase one, like bear with me with my drawing. Like I'm really not the best, but we'll try to do it the best as I can. So you are literally in phase one, right? Which is literally just foundation, right? This is where you are just understanding and getting together with your basic stuff. Right? Now, the main thing here is that you have some benefits here that others don't have, right? You have some benefits here that others don't have, and you have some things that you can do that other people aren't able to do at the stage that you're in, right? So I have some notes here on my left side. So if I'm looking here, it's because I gotta look at my notes that I kind of put down and wrote out a couple of days back. Now, what you want to do is when you're like small, right? You can't really outspend bigger agencies. You can't really outspend like the agencies doing a lot of like big numbers in ads and shit like that. And you don't typically have a lot of money to push into ads. Main thing you have at this time is speed, right? You have speed, you have time. So you can execute a lot more things a lot more quicker than you would if you were at a certain different time, and especially if you're a person that isn't going to school and doesn't have work and this and that, like you can use a lot of time on this actual agency. So if somebody's spending 6 hours a day, you need to spend 12, you need to spend 15, you need to spend 6, like you need to spend more hours a day. Because if you work, for example, 12 hours a day while your competitors, literally people on the same starting point as you, work 6 hours a day, it's inevitable that you achieve 2 years of progress in their like 1 year. In 1 year of progress, you achieve the double, right? So the key takeaway for like the main thing, which is your advantage, which is again speed, is the fact that you can early on use a lot of brute force and volume, right? So speed plus volume, I would say, is like literally the only main thing that you need to be like, okay, that's like one of the main things. Second thing is, and I know a lot of people they don't like to talk about it, but mindset, like kill the scarcity mindset, right? So like a lot of people when they're between like 1 to 3K, and I'll be honest, like it's not like you're going to spend a lot of money at that point, but don't hold on to that money. Like don't sign a client and be like, oh shit, I gotta save this money, because you need to understand like that mindset is like it's like a 9 to 5 mind. And again, like I'm not trying to talk down on people. Like there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5, but if you're trying to go for an entrepreneurship route and you're trying to make money with online business, you can't have the same mindset of other people, right? When you work a 9 to 5, you have to allocate funds towards bills, this, that, this, that. You don't have that abundance mindset of I'm going to spend this and I'm going to make more. Because in a 9 to 5, you're limited, right? Whatever you make a month, unless you make the company like 10% extra in top line revenue, you're going to probably make a little bit more. But other than that, you're capped. If that's 4K, 5K, 6K, whatever it is a month, you're capped. You're not just like the second month going to increase that. Whereas with an online business or a business in general, you need to understand that the more you put in, the more you're getting out, right? It's not like a 9 to 5. Like you have no benefit at the young age that you are right now to be able to just stack that money. Like what is that going to do for you? Like literally, and investing, like that's stuff. Like excuse my language, but it's so BS, because like most like good like like investment funds and most good like things that you like actually invest in when it comes to stocks and all this will give you maybe a return of like 7-8%. Like I think the S&P 500, I'm not very familiar with it, but I think if I'm not wrong has given like an average return of like 8% or something. And if you think about it, like if you put 10K in, $10,000 in, and you get an 8% return, all you're getting is like $800 a year. Right? You're getting $800 a year. What are you possibly going to do with $800 a year? Like you can keep that money in the bank, but invest in yourself, right? Kill the scarcity mindset. Invest in a mentor, invest in a course, invest in a group, invest in something where you're learning more than you are right now and keep investing. Like I literally make 3K and invest that money. Like I've spent like up until now more than almost 20K on different investments in different courses, different mentorships, and that is honestly what like together from all of them, like I've kind of picked and chose like what makes the most sense for me and what I can apply. And applied it and been able to get to the point where I'm at right now. And I'm going to keep doing that because there's always more information, there's always more knowledge to learn and get from other people. And so like remove that scarcity mindset, right? Like kill it. Like the scarcity mindset, like kill it. Like money is abundant, man. There's so much money in the world and you're gonna get it back. Like you're gonna make so much more. Like if you act so much more abundant towards your like money and towards like your finances, trust me, it's gonna work. You like literally delete this scarcity mindset. Like don't be afraid of reinvesting. Like if you're making 3K and you're watching this, like put that shit into ads. Like put 1.5K into ads, put 2K into ads. Like if you like I mean a good another analogy for this is like if you ask your clients to pay like high ticket prices, right? You must be willing to take high ticket investments into yourself. Like other than that, subconsciously you're going to be scared of doing investments on yourself. Your clients are going to feel that energy that you're not scared. But imagine you yourself are willing to just fucking put 10K on something or like put 5K on something easily without like thinking too much. Like that's going to come off from you and it's going to radiate onto that prospect and that prospect is going to feel it, right? It's crazy, but it works like that. Like honestly, if there's a key takeaway, because I want to give you guys some key takeaways from each one, I'd say for this one, like the second point is to remember that decisions that are made out of fear, like for example, like refusing like refunds, like not wanting to spend money or just not wanting to like kind of hold on to your money and stuff like that, it will keep you poor. Like refusing to invest and refusing to be abundant with your money, literally what God has given you and will give you more of if you're appreciative over it and actually spend it, because at the end of the day, what is money? You're going to see more. Okay. Last part of this first foundational stage is to literally like another kill, but like kill your ego, right? Kill your ego. You can't like there's going to be a lot of times where you think you're doing good or where you think things are going well and then you're just not going to fix those mistakes because you can't see them. Like at this point actively like get a group of friends or get a group of guys that you know, like hence why I would say like join some type of thing, like even if it's free, like whatever it is, join something where you can speak with someone, where you can essentially review calls, where you can go over calls together, you can role play together, you can get feedback on your actual cold calls together, like whatever it is, like get feedback on them and understand that that is really important, because if you aren't getting results, like there's like you haven't learned everything. There's definitely something that needs to change, right? And I was stuck at 1 to 3K for like I think when I first started off like 4 or 5 months. And it was only when I started to like think, okay, shit, I got to like hire someone and I got to get to a different stage where I all of a sudden like doubled my revenue in 1 month. I remember it vividly. Like I did like I think I did 1K and then I did 2K the other month and then I did 3K and then I was stuck at like 3K because I was doing everything myself. And then there comes a point where I was literally like, fuck, I gotta hire some setters. And I hired like 5 setters in like 2 weeks or something. And they started doing all the cold calling for me. And that's the month I like added 5K in revenue. So it's very much possible, but you have to kill your ego and you have to stop having that scarcity mindset to be able to get to it. Okay? That's the now, let's dive into the second stage. Now, if you're an agency between 1 to 3K, like that's the only thing you got to focus on. Like for now, just pure volume, like pure speed, volume. Focus on that. Like invest money, invest, 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 invest. And then once you're at like 5 to like 10K, I'd say you're like in the like the transitioning phase. And so we can call it like breakthrough of the like the so to say, like that's kind of what it is. Like it's the transitional phase. Let me just write this up. There you go. The transitional phase, right? So this is where you like break that like plateau, right? The thing here is that when you're like between like that five 10K to 11K, 12K a month, you kind of have to shift your mindset again. Like if you understand one thing that is kind of like happening like towards this whole thing is that you always constantly change your mindset and you always constantly like break through those walls of belief. And at this point, you kind of want to remove yourself from like that freelancer role because most guys when they're at 5 to 10K, and I'll be honest, I'm one of those that was between them at that point, is that you kind of are this like glorified freelancer. Like that's all you are. Like you're not a business owner. Like when you think of a business owner, right, you think of somebody that is not heavily dependent on their business. However, their business is still succeeding. Like for example, I'll give you guys a great example of this. You guys have probably heard of like Samuel and Ruben Onyuha, right? Those two brothers running an ecom business. It's not the same. However, they were in jail for like 3 months, and I don't give a shit for why they was in jail. Like it doesn't frankly matter for me. Like they're still crushing it, and I have a lot of respect for them for that. Like I'm no one to say why they were in jail. Like I don't care. But they're like the G's of ecom, right? The fucking G's, the top of the top, right? And these guys were literally in jail, and like 3 months, they made a lot of money, like 1 million, 2 million, like they scaled to $1 million months without them even having a say, like even having a call like every single week. Like their team was still doing exactly what they were supposed to do without them being dependent. Think about it like this: like if you stop right now doing exactly what you're doing every single day, the business would die after 2 days. Like literally, like if you don't build that pipeline of leads, and if you don't call those leads, and if you don't follow up with those leads, like your business is dead. Like there's nobody that is going to do that for you. So understand that you kind of have to go from a operator to a owner, right? And it's going to happen slow, like slowly but surely. Like for example, with me right now, the main thing that I do is I'll jump on sales calls and I'll manage what the team outbound team is doing, and I'll speak with my clients. Soon I'm going to hire in a closer, and I'm going to hire in a CSM that is going to take over that. And literally the only thing I'm going to do is just have an overview of what's happening in a media buyer. Like I only have like 3, 4 hires away, and then I can like pretty much sit back and relax. But right now I'm also a little bit in there. But point being is that you have to understand that when you're from 5 to 10K, you're in this dilemma of if you want to delegate or not. Delegate exactly what you can delegate, right? Like think about it like this: like operators at the end of the day, they run the tasks. Owners, they run the systems, they manage people, they think, and you can't scale if you're stuck within this like bottleneck of just being stuck. So the first thing is like delegate like based on your like current stage, right? So if you're in stage A, which is like the typical stage that many people are in, you're like most likely gonna like need help with some like fulfillment or need help with someone because you are just like running out of hands. That's literally what's happening. Or you can, or you're probably in stage B where you're like, okay, I need someone better than me because I'm not good enough. Like like for example, in the case of you getting a lot of show ups and you just are taking calls, but your close rate is under 15%, frankly means, and this is like across like 30, 40, 50 calls, that means that you're shit at sales. It's going to be a lot better for you to get someone on a percentage basis that can close deals for you. Because if you think about it, right, if you're only closing 15%, let's say you close 15% and you have, let's say you have 50 calls, right? And your ticket price is 1.5K a month. I'm just saying average number. And your closing rate is 15%. What's that like? 50 times 15%. 7.5. Right? That's 7.5 clients. If you get 7.5 clients and you're charging 1,500 a month, being stuck at this shit, bro. I had too long of a day. 15, 3K, something around like 9K. I don't give a shit. Something around like 9K or something. Let's say that is like what you would make, right? On 15%. Now, let's say you get a closer, right? Now, this closer's percentage is 30%. He's a lot better than you. Okay. He's a lot better than you. You understand that this guy is literally going to make you 18K in 1 month. Yes, he's going to have a cut, but his cut is not that crazy. If it's 1,500 and he takes 15%, that's only 175, which means that he only makes 175 times, what's that, like 15 times 15, 175 times 15 is literally like 2K, which means that you profit 16K in comparison to 9K, which means that he's making you an extra 7K. You get what I'm saying? Like he's making you an extra 7K in like pure cash profit a month. So, and that's not even considering recurring. Like, if you keep these clients for more than a month, he's going to end up making you more money. So, point is, like, there's always somebody better than you, okay? And if you have to, you get them on and you pay them, right? That's exactly what you want to do from going from an operator to owner. Second thing that you want to do in this stage is have and understanding that you want to shift from like systems over the actual motivation, because at this point motivation is important, yes, but you kind of understood it. So like at the end of the day, if you think about it, like a strong mindset, like literally just only having a strong mindset, it won't alone like deliver like good results for your clients specifically. It just won't. That's just not how it works. Mainly operations will do that for you guys, right? So I would say like at this point, the main thing is to like build good SOPs, build good like operation system in the back end, and organize your finances. Like, that's one of the things that I don't see a lot of people talk about, especially in like the industry right now, is finances and like how to manage finances, how to do this, how to do that. Like literally do that a lot. Like manage your finances, understand where things are going and where things are being spent, and understand like the main thing that I want you guys to kind of take away from this is that you can't aggressively like sell to more clients if your like delivery system breaks, or like every time you onboard somebody new, or if you have to do everything again, and if it's just a slow process, like you definitely don't want to do that at all, right? That's the main thing. Now when it comes to scaling from like 10 to 15K, honestly, and to or I'll say like 10 to 20K, it's more so like a bigger side of that delegation thing where you kind of still feel like there's not people out there that can do better than me. I have to do everything myself, and you kind of want to take like a slap to the face at this point. You kind of want to spend money, and you want to kind of just risk a lot here, because you kind of have to put like balls on the line, or just to say like you kind of have to put your balls on the line at this point and be like, fuck it, let's just roll and let's go with it exactly as it is. And you just invest in a lot of shit, and you invest in new people, new team members, new this, new systems, new courses, new mentorships, and you just figure your shit out from there, and then you go from there. Now, I want to make another video. Like as soon as I hit 20K, inshallah, I want to make another video where I go over like how to scale like 20K to 25 to 40K to 50K, and just go from there together with you guys and kind of keep an update on it all the way until I hit like 150K, 200K a month, and I'm like semi happy with it. And I either go into like a different business model, or I start like mentoring or whatever it is like I want to do. I'll kind of figure that out as I go. But right now my focus is purely just on the agency, and I just do this kind of shit for fun, like on the video side, and just to kind of build a brand for the future, and just kind of want to do that. But point is like as soon as I hit that, like that's when I want to make the other video. It doesn't really make sense for me to cover it when I haven't done it myself. But what I've covered so far, like that is literally what I wish I knew myself to be able to do it. But you guys got some value out of this video. I know it was a little bit of a ramble type of video, but there's a lot of value. There's a lot of things to kind of understand and learn from it as well. So hope you guys understood. Hope it makes sense for you guys. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or on IG. I have my IG in the bio as well. And yeah, guys, like hope it really helps you guys, man. Hope it really helps you guys. At the end of the day, you understand that it is you yourself that owe it to yourself to be successful. Nobody else is gonna knock on those doors, do those cold calls, and pretty much get there for you, right? It is all yourself, and it is only you that can get you there. So make sure that you work hard. Make sure that you give it your all, man. You have people to provide for. You have people to prove that you can do is actually what you want to do in life, right? So make sure you work hard, guys. I wish you guys the best, and I will look forward to talking with you guys next week with another banger video. Let me know if there's anything specific that you guys want to go over. I'm thinking maybe some like SMS call recordings or how to like pretty much do SMS, because I know that video got a lot of attention and it was a good video. So let me know if that's within interest. If not, we'll do something else. Just let me know and I'll do it. Peace out, guys. Wish you guys the best very, very soon.